Hi, I'm Gina Hagler, founder of KidWrite. Our KidWrite language arts program has been around since 2007. I had no idea how popular it would be, but in that time we've worked with nearly 1,000 kids, and by far the biggest hit is our summer book club. Many parents who have had kids who are visiting relatives who have come to our book club meetings have asked if they can have a book club or how they would go about having a book club where they live, because the discussions and everything that we've done with the book clubs are tied to the Common Core curriculum. And we try to get past the did you like the book? Yeah. What was the best part when they were in the boat? And into a way of looking at literature and being able to speak about stories so that we can share the excitement about the stories with other people. To do this, we work with the Common Core standards. This is an example of the English language arts standards for reading literature for kindergarten. There are these English language arts standards for reading literature for every grade from K through 12. There are also standards for reading informational text, otherwise known as nonfiction, which we have also incorporated into this book club. For our purposes, what's important to realize is that these key ideas and details, craft and structure, integration of knowledge and ideas, and range of reading and level of text complexity come up over and over and over for your children as they spiral through the curriculum as they go forward with each grade. For instance, this one, the K3 for Reading Language Arts Kindergarten, talks about characters, settings, and major events in a story. They'll be looking at these sorts of things with increasing complexity throughout their educational careers. So it makes sense to give them a little support and some tools so that they can do this with facility. We've included for each of the grades and curricula a bingo chart, and it will tell you for these particular curriculum points or standards, this activity deals with it on whatever pages, and we'll put the page numbers. If you're interested in knowing how it's comprised and built and seeing what's behind the scenes, you can use these charts and see them. If you're not interested in that, it's really okay because we're building it into what we're doing, and you don't have to be aware or focus on it if you don't want. Each of the kit is about 25 to 35 pages. It has Common Core activities, things you can do with the kids that are based upon the things that we just pointed out as standards. It has vocabulary work. They have writing prompts, discussion guide, worksheets, and games. If you don't want to have the kids write, they don't have to write. Some kids love to write. They're like born journal keepers, and they enjoy writing about each book or each chapter. And some of the little kids just like to draw a picture to show what they read about. Many of them like to put it together into a little portfolio at the end. If you want to use the prompts, they're there. If your group's not so big on that, it's okay. The worksheets are arranged in a way that they can be used as team activities so that it's kind of a which team can finish first, what are your answers like, how did you answer this question. Again, the kids know that there's some educational thinking going on here, but they also know that the focus is on doing it in a way that's fun, and I find over and over again that the kids really get into it. The vocabulary work, again, is also presented in the form of a game. You can do these things as individual kids. You can do these things as teams or partners, whatever works with the kids that you have. And to help you with all of that, we have support for you in the form of a Facebook group. You can be in the group, you can speak to other leaders, groups, or you can speak to us, and we'll help you out if you get stuck. So what's the scoop on this book club kit? The focus is on fun with some hidden curriculum mixed in for good measure. We have kits for the following grades, and they're broken apart because the standards for these grades have a lot of overlap and are increasing in complexity just a bit. That way, a kid in kindergarten can be working on the same kind of things as a kid in second grade. It wouldn't be appropriate to have a kid in kindergarten working with a kid in 12th grade, although they'll be discussing the same things. They'll be bringing far more depth into their conversations. In grades K through 2, the littlest guys, you will be reading to them from a variety of short books. We've recommended books that are readily available in your library. You'll be able to read them to them. The kids can then do the conversations, the other things that we show, and you'll also be able to compare between the books, which is a key component of the standards for the younger kids. In grades 3 through 5, the kids can each pick a book, or they can all read the same book. Frankly, in grades 3 through 5, if the kids want to pick their own book, that works out really well. And we give a variety of recommendations for this as well. We find that if the kids are reading different books, at first they think, well, we can't talk about them because it's not the same book. And then they find that with the tools they have, they can talk about different books together. They can talk about the theme, they can talk about the characters, they can talk about the story arc. And they get very excited when they see that it's possible to speak about a book you haven't read with somebody else and find things that the books have in common, or find ways to pick out material that supports what you're saying. By grades 6 through 12, we generally recommend they select one book because the kids are pretty good at using these tools already by then. And by having more kids reading one book, it makes for a deeper conversation and understanding of the book. But you can still do different books for each kid. The Common Core standards, as we said, are the basis for everything that's in the kit. The vocabulary work will be slipped in as a game. There are other games for each age group, and there's support for you in the Facebook group that we have created. Each kit costs $18. On the next page, it will tell you how you can get them. Trying to think if there's anything else that's important. For nonfiction, we also have things included. We focus primarily on fiction with a little bit of nonfiction or informational text for the youngest kids, because studies are showing that empathy is created when young children read books of works of fiction, because it allows them to put themselves in the other kid's position. But they are also required to be able to deal with informational text, so we've included books like that as well. You can order your kit at our new store on opening day. We're very excited, which is May 23rd. You'll find it at KidWriteOnline.com store. If you want other information about us, you can see it at KidWriteOnline.com. We're very excited about this summer book club. We're hoping that there will be book clubs around the country, and that perhaps we can find a way to link up some of the groups so that we can have a group chat. We can exchange ideas with each other, with the kids, just generally get some excitement around summer reading, because I know I grew up loving to read, and it's something that's an important part of my childhood and my life as an adult. So we are KidWrite. We inspire word-loving, confident writing, avid reading kids, and we're hoping to have a really great year with our summer reading book club kits. Thank you.